Cejudo. Live on ESPN Plus. Pay-per-view. Alright, guys. Marina Rodriguez is taking on Virna Jandiroba. That fight is going the distance. And it's... No, the market isn't available anymore. It's too slow. Marina Rodriguez is 36. Virna Jandiroba is 34. Marina has a 3-inch height advantage, 1-inch reach advantage. We will see if she can defeat Virna Jandiroba, or however you say her name. Okay. Let's take a look through the rest of this card. So far, all my bets have gone nicely. We have Chaos Williams versus Rolando Bedoya. That fight will probably not go the distance. No at minus 322. Pretty good. Pretty good odds. There. Let's take a look at their topologies. Chaos Williams versus Tapology. There we go. The Ox Fighter. I like this Tapology picture. It's just like him with a bunch of like middle-aged men surrounding him. So split decision, knockout in round 3, decision over Semmelsberger, decision loss to Barrera, knockout over Abdul Razak Al Hassan, knockout over Alex Morono, decision. He does go to decision a lot. Let's take a look at Rolando Bedoya. Oh, where is he from? Oh, he's from Peru. Cool. Rolando Bedoya, choke, punches, decision. Yeah, Chaos Williams is probably gonna get this done. He's a good tough fighter. And And if we take okay, anyway, let's watch Virna Jandiroba. Let's get this clock started. There we go. Nice little clock. Jandiroba takedown immediately. Ooh. Marina throwing some sharp little elbows to the kind of to the side of Virna's head. Okay. Takedown, let's see. She's kind of like, this is like me and BJJ. Just like holding on to Rodriguez's legs right now. Rodriguez has basically got to get her knees free. She's got kind of like her legs in the Dagestani mermaid. Here we go. Marina's working to get her hips out. Virna's on her. Virna neither woman doing a whole lot. Virna's slowly working her way up on Rodriguez. Not doing a whole lot. Rodriguez on a knee now. Rodriguez has her hips higher than Virna's hips. No, now they're about the same. I mean, DC has the old adage of whoever has their hips higher is doing better. Virna threatening a back take. Let's see if she can get her hooks in. She has one hook in. Has a weird bit of like a figure 4, like through Rodriguez's legs here. Man, Virna mounted her basically, 3/4 mount. And now more of like deep half guard. Still kind of, okay, now she's flattened her out on her back. Now she's got a nice deep half guard. I totally missed the takedown. Deep half guard, Virna pummeling her body a bit, just working for more positional advancement, which is fine. Marina breathing heavily, but she's fine. She's like staying defensively safe in terms of submission attempts. Virna's threatening a bit of a Kimura or like an arm lock on Marina. Doesn't look like she's gonna have it here. Virna definitely looks like the more physically imposing fighter. I'm gonna turn this up. Test, 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 test. Okay, there we go. That looks good. Virna's doing a good job of just like controlling Marina's right arm. Looks like she's going for a bit of a Kimura. I don't think she has it from this angle though. She's not really in like a side control angle. She's almost like on top of her this way as opposed to being on top of her this way and attacking it. It's gonna be kind of hard to finish. Yeah, she just doesn't have leverage reaching so far. She is cranking the arm up her back. I just don't think she can finish it from here. Yeah, she let go of it. Good elbows from the top. Okay. Marina got her out of the deep half, throwing some up kicks now. Let's see what Jandiroba can do from this. Controlling the leg. I like that from Marina. Controlling. Ooh, landed a good up kick. Oh, nice pass from Virna there. Marina did land a pretty good up kick. 20 seconds left. Good elbows from Rodriguez. Switch pass. Three, yeah. I mean, easy round for Jandiroba. That was a pretty good round from her. I missed the takedown. I hope they show a replay of it, possibly. Totally missed the takedown, but I don't know. Jandiroba's control is good. It looked to me like Marina didn't really want to risk the energy expenditure and also like overextending or overexposing herself and then maybe getting caught in a submission to try to like explode back to her feet. It looks like she just played it a little bit safe in that round. We'll see. She definitely was playing it safe, right? She was trying to defend a lot of Virna's ground and pound, defended all of her submissions. Didn't really let her get like dominant positions on her. I mean, half guard's it's a really good position, but it's like she didn't get back control or mount or anything. All right, we'll see. Round 2. Virna's going to come out and probably just go for a takedown again, right? She goes for a takedown, gets it. Virna goes for a takedown, gets the takedown, holds her down again for 5 minutes, basically wins the decision. Like, easy game plan when you have one round in the bank. Yep, takedown attempt from Virna, clinching. Marina defends it, lands a knee to the body. That's pretty good. That's good from Marina. Marina would be smart to stay off the fucking cage here. Yeah, and she doesn't stay off the cage. That's pretty shitty takedown defense from Marina. Virna goes in, gets a low single leg. Marina tries to turn away from it and then is just pressed up against the cage and doesn't do anything. Good shots to the face here from Virna. In like a bit of a modified dogfight position here. I mean, Marina's defending this pretty well. Definitely shouldn't have been in this situation in the first place, right? Like, she just pretty much allowed herself to get taken down. I don't know what it is with fighters. It's like, if your defense, if your game plan to not get taken down relies on, oh my god, this is some of the worst grappling I've ever seen from Marina. Horrible. Good ground and pound from her back. She just like gave up bottom position here. Kind of crazy. Two minutes 40 seconds. Good punches from Marina from bottom. She just has to like also use her hips, not just her hands. There you go, shrimping away. It's just Marina's just like on her hips like a dog with a bone. Hey, what's going on? Erkayev Boshlandemi. Oh my god. Oh. Boshlandemi I Koi Ekranga. Do I even want to translate this? What does this mean? Also, don't at me if I just butchered the pronunciation. Let's take a look. Put it on the screen if it has started. Dude, you're fucking crazy. I can't do that. What is this? Uzbek? I can't stream the fight on the screen. You can see the time. You can see the time code. Dude, I like how Virna Jandiroba's passing technique is just like balancing on the top of her head. It's just like doing a headstand. Oh my goodness. Marina Rodriguez. Pretty bad. Pretty bad here. It's like just literally can't figure out how to stand up. And also can't figure out how to stay standing once the fight starts. Chaos Williams versus Rolando Bedoya. I don't know who's going to win that fight. I mean, probably Chaos Williams. All right, well, 2 rounds to 1 for Virna. I mean, pretty easy fight to judge so far. I think it's just like Virna's wrestling is good, I guess, and Virna's wrestling is good, and Marina Rodriguez just has zero takedown defense. Horrible takedown defense. Some of the worst I've ever seen. Like, yeah, she went for a low single leg on you, and you turn your back, and then you look and you're right at the cage. Like, you have to try a little bit harder to get out of here. Marina basically needs a knockout to win, or a 10-8, I guess. If she almost knocks out Jandaroba, she would win, or she could draw if she almost knocks her out. Just like her takedown defense has been abysmal. Horrible. She also just like hasn't landed anything. Hello. Dude, have you been watching these fights? Hmm?
Pretty good entrance. That's being called for.
Just now for this fight. Yeah, what happened? I saw Ikram got a knockout.
Yeah, basically typical Phil Haas fight. He was looking good and then he got knocked out.
Oh, really?
Ikram was sloppy, but he just poured it on for randomly like a minute.
Test.
Like landed a really clean, a shitty head kick and then a clean 1-2 and then knocked him out.
Rodriguez has looked like shit in this fight, dude.
She looked terrible.
Her takedown defense, like, was honestly laughable.
Dude, it's weird because I felt like her takedown defense was way better against Marina Rodriguez.
What?
Against
Mackenzie Dern?
Yeah.
I guess that just shows us how bad Mackenzie Dern's takedowns are.
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
Are you using the same mic setup or what?
No, I'm not even using my mic right now.
Yeah, audio output is super low. You're like half as quiet as half as loud as I am.
Okay, how's this?
Test.
Test.
Gonna have to change this.
I haven't changed my settings yet on this.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say like I don't notice a difference.
Although no, it looks like it's correct. Getting now. My mic.
Okay, well.
I think it's on the one that the setting that on my mic that generally sounds better.
Let's see if this works. Okay, I'm at like minus 20. What about you?
Test.
Still really low. I guess we're like both kind of low. Oh well. I don't know how the audio is so different every fucking time. It's the same exact setup every time.
Like, does this help if I hold it up?
Yeah, it helps a little bit, but it's just like
But
I don't even think it's like proximity to microphone.
got the arm back.
Yeah, dude. Like this performance is just embarrassing.
Isn't even like hip bumping. What is she even doing?
It's embarrassing. It's a horrible performance.
She's like not even doing the basics. I feel like.
Dude, it's like how many times do you need to just know? Like how many times do we see fighters get taken down and it's like just stay off the fucking cage. And all they do is back up to the cage and then when the person shoots,
Oh, I actually landed 2 good up kicks there. Yeah, no, it's bad.
when the person shoots,
fighters train takedown defense with the cage and just less taxing. I believe that fighters go to the cage against takedowns because even if like it gives the other person a higher chance of a takedown, you get tired less defending it.
She is just kind of like hitting her in the face with up kicks over and over again. That is kind of funny.
I think it's like a fear of exhaustion more than anything else.
Yeah, I know. Fucking stupid. Fighters should get that burned out of them. They do training exercises where they get punched in the face and like are forced to keep their eyes open. It's like if you can, yeah, if you learn how to not get, like if you can learn to get the fear of getting punched in the face burnt out of you, you should have the fear of exhaustion also burnt out of you. Like people are like lazy. I'd rather get punched in the face than get tired. That's what it is. Dude, if I was a professional, I'm going to talk. If I was a professional athlete, the first thing I do is like exhaust myself.
I'm not a professional athlete, you're right.
Yeah. Like even in BJJ, I like go until I'm exhausted every day. Well, every time I roll.
Yeah, I rolled pretty hard in jiu-jitsu, but honestly, that's not even productive.
It's not, unless you're like trying to increase your cardio. If you just
Yeah.
want to like be able to go farther every day. I think that's what you should do. Like Bisping is kind of like a really good guy when it comes to cardio there. And he's like, the first thing I did when I got the call that I was fighting for the title is just like start running.
Yeah.
You know,
it's like telling the
but
story of running through New York or whatever.
Yeah, I guess that's more of like getting the weight off, but still.
Yeah.
Dude, easy fucking win.
Why is Marina Rodriguez raising her hand? What?
Is it a split decision?
I think she's being sarcastic.
Yeah. Dude, my dog's being so fucking neurotic. He ripped up all of these plants that like had the leaves hanging down. He just shredded them all. Like he's never done that before. He's just like stressed out because my family left for the weekend.
Yeah.
And so he's just like just going nuts.
Dude, you're partying at home with now that your family's gone?
No.
Getting lit?
I'm doing this. Watching fights. I'm picking up dog shit and watching fights. That's what I'm doing.
Took you so long? I actually missed the Parker fight was pretty good too.
Dude, I thought you weren't gonna watch that fight.
No, I've been online because I've been nothing better to do.
Oh well, yeah, fair enough.
It was funny. I mean,
it was gonna be funny. Yeah, I thought it was gonna be funny.
It wasn't even. No, I actually think Parker legitimately looked fine in that fight.
Really? He got a knockout?
He lost some weight and his conditioning's improved.
He's always had okay conditioning. He's just given getting knocked out. How did he even win?
How did he win? The other guy got exhausted in a minute. The other guy was throwing everything he had into combination.
Dude, that guy's such a fucking chubby guy.
Yeah, he lost.
He's like my height, but he weighs 50 pounds more than me. I guess that's not even that much.
He looks terrible. I mean, it just depends if it's fat or muscle, I feel like, you know?
Yeah, true.
On the fat is different from the muscle.
Alright, what fight's up next? Chaos Williams? I mean, I miss Aleskarov. I missed... What else?
I mean, that's it, basically.
Aleskarov and Claudio Ribeiro versus Joseph Holmes.
Oh, yeah, that fight was also... That fight was actually just legitimately funny.
Dude, Joseph Holmes is so bad.
Yeah, I got right.
It's gonna gotta...
But I mean, they're all finishes, so it was fine to get through.
Yeah, that's true.
And,
yeah, I know. I'm looking at this. It's all
It's been fine because I've been watching fights for 10 minutes and then doing pull-ups for straight up.
Oh yeah.
Straight for commercials and shit.
Yeah, I wish I watched Haas versus.
Night, but I'm just I'm just dead already. There's so many commercials.
I know. Okay, Williams versus Bedoya. I don't know who's gonna win that. I mean, probably Chaos Williams. What do you think?
I didn't hear what you said. I wasn't listening.
Is Williams gonna beat Bedoya?
He's a new guy. We have no idea how he is. Can't. It's impossible to say. It's impossible.
I mean, you could
Literally
watch the
impossible.
fights.
There's nothing we can say about it. Nothing. Peruvian fighters. Claudio Poyas is the only other guy on that list who's even worth listing, frankly.
Claudio Poyes. Dude, I just went to a Peruvian restaurant. Not good.
God damn.
Got the ceviche there. Have you ever had that?
Oh, that's ceviche. Yep.
I don't know. The one they had was like fine.
With like acidic stuff, right?
Yeah.
Raw fish with like lemon and shit.
It wasn't for
I've had
me.
it with ceviche, but I didn't like it that much.
Yeah, exactly. Like I didn't really like it. It's just so sour.
Crazy. Yeah, I was gonna say that. It just tasted so sour.
Like I
I
couldn't.
couldn't even like taste the fish.
Yeah, I could like barely finish it. It's like ceviche onions and stuff too. Dude, what is with all of the? Okay, is Diego Lopez? Is he Peruvian too?
I don't know.
He's from somewhere.
Peruvian restaurant.
Look it up. Dude, we need to get Johnny Munoz on again. Talk about
What are you talking about?
his
He's gonna be like,
misfortunes.
my opponent.
Dude, we need to just like make our show be like I was even trying to think of a name for it, like fighter politics, something like that. Because everyone is so apolitical in this
It's funny
sport.
that, I mean, we should do a play on like the red versus blue corner. It's the political colors.
Oh yeah, red versus red corner. That'd be interesting. The red corner, or I don't know what would be a good name. Just like
I don't know. I'm
fighter
trying to see
politics.
the name.
Jesus Christ, dude, this guy is very big.
Which guy?
Braxton Smith.
He's like short and fat and like muscled.
I know. He's like a little ball of fat and muscle.
He's got the DC build.
But he's even like more jacked than DC.
Yeah, he's more jacked than DC, right?
Just yeah, like that'd be a really fun segment because everyone is so afraid to like interview fighters about politics. And what we should do is just like no matter what politics they have, just be adversarial. Like make them defend their positions.
Dude, it's pretty easy. Like most fighters we're gonna talk to are gonna be conservative.
Yeah, that's true.
Not even hard.
I know, like is there gonna be any leftist fighters?
I don't even think. I mean, there gotta be some, but I wouldn't even say leftist, right? I would just say like liberal. I don't think there are any truly leftist fighters.
Who's
Whatever,
even
you
the
can go
liberals?
for it now.
They're all like the liberals would still vote Republican. The liberal MMA fighters would still be Republicans.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Like Michael Chiesa, he showed me Michael Chiesa reposted Secular Talk.
Yeah, but
It's
dude,
actually sweet. I actually really like that channel because I find it to be actually quite leftist.
oh,
in an
secular
acceptable
talk?
way.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, Kozlinski. But I still think Michael Chiesa is probably like more.
Well, that's the thing. These people don't have a fully fledged out political identity. And
Yeah.
so they'll probably agree with a bunch of leftist ideas, but they still just think that they're like Republican because trans people are
Yeah.
molesting
Well, I
children.
also feel like Republicans have the vibe of being more manly and cool to a lot of people, which for no reason, frankly.
Straight up no reason.
Like I don't know why.
I don't even know if that's true.
I just feel like there's a lot like the lefty circles are very much like
Guns.
I don't know. It's like they're I don't know. I guess I am.
Dude, Republicans to me are like basically incels.
I mean, it's a lot of it.
I think that's like a good amount of it. Even religious people have that same incel, like woman hatey vibes to them. That they just want to control women. Did you hear about that story of where like the incel moderator finally got laid and then he like left his community?
About that.
I don't know why that like became a big thing. Was that Jamal Hill in Chaos Williams' corner? Are you? Do you want to link me just so we can sync up?
I mean, this is the one you normally link me. I can link you though.
Dude, oh my god. Are you seeing this tale of the tape? Orlando Bedoya looks like a fucking like 17-year-old kid. And Chaos Williams looks like a man. Did you end up watching any of the ONE FC fights?
No. I mean, the fights have all been good enough that I haven't had to switch over.
One, yeah. I would have watched it, but honestly, I forgot that they were on, and I don't have Amazon Prime.
Yeah, I didn't realize. Yeah, I have Amazon Prime though, so I'm definitely gonna watch it at some point here.
Can you? I guess the question is, can you rewatch the fight?
You could for the last one they did on Amazon Prime.
I might rewatch some then. Apparently Rodtang did well.
Yeah, exactly. It's so sweet to do like several sports all in one card. It's so cool. One has some good stuff going for it.
Yeah, ONE has some good stuff. I like their grappling.
Oh yeah, grappling in a cage is like 20 times better than grappling on mats where you can just go out of bounds. Cause dude.
Oh
there's so
yeah, I
many
bet.
times in jiu-jitsu where they go for a takedown and fighters just like literally run out of bounds. Like there are times where a guy's literally holding a guy's back and the guy who has his back held just runs out of bounds to get reset.
Well, dude, some of my like favorite shit to do in BJJ is just like use the wall and like walk up the wall with your legs.
Yeah.
Like that's just fun too.
You can do
Holy
it.
shit, dude! This looks like a fucking murder. Is Bedoya? Is he short notice?
I don't know.
Because this looks kind of like a mismatch.
What time are you at?
I'm at 4:30.
Oh, okay, I'm ahead of you. I guess I just haven't been watching closely. All right, you did use my link by the way.
I did.
Oh, well, great.
I don't know what it is. I don't know. Just refresh.
He lived in Brazil. He left Peru. He's not a true Peruvian.
I know,
He doesn't
dude.
Wake up in Peru and breathe Peruvian air.
Fucking Aljamain being like, Henry's not a real Mexican. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about?
I was referring to the Drickister Plus. Like, I wake up in Africa every day. I breathe African air.
Yeah. But it was funny when, like, Ariel Helwani was getting so, not even going to say triggered, but just, like, getting uncomfortable by what Drickus was saying. And then he has Aljo on his show the next week, and Aljo's like, Henry's not a real Mexican. And he just, like, says nothing.
Over it. It's just because Drickus Duplessis is white and he doesn't like it when
Exactly.
the white guy tells a black person that.
Anyway, this guy's doing better now. He landed some good punches on Chaos.
Yeah, when the fight slowed down a bit, I think he started keeping pace better.
Well, Chaos was getting hit. That's why he slowed down the pace. Dude, how's the crowd looking in this thing?
Oh wait, now it looks pretty bad.
I'm watching on mute. I'm actually like just really enjoying watching these fights on mute. Commentaries just sometimes the commentary is interesting to listen to when there's like
Nah.
I guess
Pretty, like,
trying to
really, they
see.
haven't said anything insightful all night, in my opinion. I mean, I just have it on the first volume now, just so I can like hear some of the punches. But the commentary just sounds like background noise.
I mean, sometimes it can be useful to just like see what their opinions are on who's winning. Holy shit, Chaos is landing some big punches. But this guy's landing some big punches too. I don't see this fight going the full 15.
The only thing I like the commentary for is the commentary's opinion on the fight shapes the way people talk about it online a lot, and so like you can adjust. Sometimes you see discourse online, and it's like, what the hell? And you realize it's just because the commentaries have been kind of one-sided.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm trying to think if I've ever been like if I've ever noticed that I've been influenced by commentary. Like I know we call out commentary for being shitty a lot, and we kind of do our own commentary
It's like,
too.
it's like somewhat inevitable.
Yeah, but like has there been a situation where we've watched a fight and then watched it on mute or just like in more detail and been like, oh, this is completely different? Maybe the Sean O'Malley Piotr Jan fight, because I think we both thought that Jan won that easily.
I thought it was close. You have time.
Yeah, I guess you thought it was close. I thought Jan won it. I guess I thought Jan won all 3 rounds. Dude, Chaos Williams has 0 striking defense.
Yeah.
His striking defense is like, yeah, I'll get punched by you, but I'll punch you harder.
Honestly, Bedoya's like.
Bedoya's little bit of extra flab is saving his ass right now.
A little bit of what?
His little bit of extra flab. Like, it's just allowing him to eat these punches that much nicer.
I don't think it helps, dude. I think they studied it actually, and they found like fat like doesn't do anything at like absorbing the.
Well, it just means like he's a little bit less skinny and less like vulnerable as a result.
It's like good padding for your bones, probably. But like I think they studied it in the context of like liver shots, and like the fat didn't do anything.
Well, yeah, I don't. I'm not saying it's like physically absorbing the trauma. I'm just saying like it's indicative of not
I
like.
would have thought before I started watching anime, I would have thought that flab like helps you. It's a little cushion, you know, nice and easy.
Nah,
No, it's not.
I don't know.
Good.
Did you see? Speaking of flab, did you see Roy Nelson?
No.
Dude, apparently he fought last night.
In what?
No, in Jorge Masvidal's bare knuckle fight.
Oh yeah.
Dude, honestly,
Not that happened.
we should watch it because it's. I was like, that was a fight that I was chuckling at.
Streaming, I'm presuming like the prelims on or whatever. He was streaming it on his YouTube channel, and I clicked on it and I saw like the worst heavyweight fight I feel like I've ever seen for like 10 seconds.
Why? What
Whatever.
was it?
Basically, it was like it was atrocious. It was like both heavyweights were trying to land spinning kicks and failing miserably.
Okay, that wasn't this one.
And then no, it wasn't. It wasn't Roy Nelson. And then I just quit out because that was it.
But dude, it was so funny because the commentary was actually like enjoyable to listen to. It was like a woman and some man, and the woman's like, "Holy shh." It's like, "Can I swear on here?" They're like, "It's bare knuckle fighting, lady. You can do whatever you want." And she's like, "Holy shit." It was hilarious. Like it just like was good. It's like good vibes throughout the fight. Like just both the fighters are like just like rolled out of bed.
Momentum is on the youngins side. All right. You say so?
Yeah, I don't know about momentum.
I feel like
Seemed like they were trading pretty back and
he's
forth.
trading, and I feel like he's getting the worst of most exchanges. And
Yeah.
he smiles it off, just indicating that he's badly hurt.
I know. Like when you smile after exchanges, it means you've gotten hurt. Like the only smile, like basically the only smile that like was a good thing for a fighter was like when Dustin Poirier like cracked Connor in their rematch, and he's like, "Oh, I got you." These leg kicks from KS Williams are nice.
Yeah, pretty good. Also, what Bedoya's having to shake it off a little bit.
Switching
I
stances.
think Bedoya's left kind of shitty. You know?
Bedoya's what?
Bedoya's leg is a little. His
Yeah.
left leg is hurting a bit.
A little busted up. Ooh, straight. Yeah, but dude, Bedoya is like way too smiley. He's like, oh, punchy, punchy.
Yeah, like I feel like he should like bite down on his mouth guard more instead of
Yeah.
putting his mouth like that.
Gonna get like his teeth busted out.
Oh, yeah, by the way, I was wondering, how did Mike? So the mouth guards not protect your teeth? Like, how did Luke Rocco's teeth get chipped so bad?
Mouth guards are so. I'm pretty sure mouth guards are so when your teeth clack down on each other, they don't break on each other. They're not. They don't prevent your teeth from getting busted in. Yeah. And so you don't like clack down and like break, just like crack your teeth on your molars. Gives you something soft to bite on. But yeah, it doesn't. It's not like a fucking face guard that like a catcher wears in baseball.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm sure. Yeah, I don't think like I just don't see how a little piece of rubber would stop your teeth from getting like cracked inwards. I mean, you see that all the time.
Hold them in place.
Dude, and anyway, the whole thing about bare knuckle fighting being safer than MMA, like obviously it's safer than MMA. You're not getting fucking kicked in the head. You're not getting kneed in the mouth.
Who said bare knuckle boxing is or bare knuckle MMA or bare knuckle boxing?
Or bare knuckle boxing.
I never heard anyone actually say bare knuckle boxing is safer than MMA.
Ariel asked a bunch of guys. He asked like Mike Perry, Eddie Alvarez, and the CEO.
Yeah, no, I mean I can see how it is though. I can because like it's harder to punch as hard basically, and can if you do that over time consistently.
Well, I'm not even talking about that. It's like you're not getting kneed and kicked in the face, right?
Oh, that's the reasoning? I don't like that reasoning.
Well, what I'm saying is it's stupid to compare bare knuckle boxing to MMA. Compare it to boxing. Right? That's my whole thing, right?
What do you mean? I mean, if the question is which sport is safer, then that's the question. I guess I don't know what you mean.
I mean,
This depends on the question we're asking.
it's basically boxing, right?
Is happening, I guess.
Well, like basically people are like, "Oh, bare knuckle fighting's too gory for me. I'm not going to watch it cuz of the gloves. Cuz there's no gloves and all of the
It's not even about safety. Yeah, it might be more gory, sure, cuz it's more like blood and like it's literally just marketed as it's more like hardcore and gory.
Right.
That's a separate question from how safe it is. I think the 10 count alone makes boxing less safe.
Yeah, I think so. The thing is this, what do you value more? The trauma that your body takes in like training for a fight? For an MMA fight, or the additional head trauma that you take during the actual fight itself?
I mean, the trauma your body takes during training and in a fight, like wrestling and stuff.
Like arthritis versus brain damage, basically. That's what I'm asking.
It's not even like even arthritis is like a pretty specific scenario. I don't know. I mean, I would be afraid of brain damage way more personally. I think it's not even close.
Yeah. I mean, that's the general consensus I get, or that's the general feeling I get from. That's the general feeling I get from people when they talk about MMA safety. But I mean, there should also be a conversation on how hard it is to train wrestling and jiu-jitsu. Like how hard that is on your body.
Sure, but I think there's some nuance here because how hard a sport is to train isn't safety and like the training toll on your body are two separate things, in my opinion. Right, like the thing is CTE is like we don't know how to stop that or how to cure. Like there's no way to reverse it. It's brain damage. Brains are like the probably the most important thing you need for long term quality of life. Probably like,
Yeah.
and I don't know. I guess I just
It's
like
just like chronic pain also fucking can ruin your life though.
chronic pain can ruin your life. Yes.
It's just like I just don't think that it's um
Chronic
just about
pain
brain
and
health.
arthritis is like far more treatable. I would assume.
People are saying Bedoya won the second round. I thought Chaos won the second round of what I was seeing.
Ryan Frederick agrees with you, as do I.
I just think like Chaos's strikes are landing much much cleaner. But I don't know. Maybe I'm just biased because every time Bedoya gets hit, he like turns away.
I also just think the thing about the training tool for wrestling is like I don't think anything is inherently injurious in wrestling training. It's about it's about fatigue management. Like it's like in jiu-jitsu, like you can't roll hard every single time you go, or you shouldn't at least. You have
Right.
some slow rolls, some fast rolls, some hard sparring, and closer up to a fight. That's how you should do
I
it.
mean, you're right, but it's also just like over the course of years of training, your body's gonna break down eventually.
That's always the case for basically any sport.
I don't know. I mean, for all we know, football might be the most dangerous sport. It's probably less taxing on your body,
No,
but
football is crazy. Football is, I think, more dangerous than either
I mean,
any
you
contact sport.
like just like the concussive force of getting tackled from behind,
And also, just if you want to go for think about bodily damage, yeah, like getting tackled is
getting
gonna,
your ligaments shredded when you get
yeah, like
tackled.
dude, I don't know. Plus, like, there's so many knee injuries in football. It's like you're sprinting at full speed, like twisting and turning around, and you get tackled out of nowhere by the side. Like
Dude,
it can fuck up plenty of things.
look at that. 34-31 in both round 1 and 2. That's kind of hilarious. It's like the exact same strikes from both guys.
Yeah, it is. And I just think like the football thing is like there's no way to defensively play football really. Like when you're about to get tackled, you basically just accept it and run as far as you can, before you get tackled.
Yeah, that's true.
And then some of the tackles, depending on your position, are just like you literally just sprinting into another person on purpose.
I mean, it's
Like it's a car crash. It's a
how
car
do you
crash.
feel about like the yeah, like how do you feel about like the arguments where like you can defend yourself in MMA and in football? There's just so much more randomness because there's like 20 guys on the field
It's more than random. You're literally many positions involve literally sprinting at another person to
and
keep them out.
sacrificing your body.
It's purposely.
I guess
It's
it's
the
like
opposite of
doing
defense.
Justin
It's
Gaethje.
purposely generating a car crash.
Yeah, like doing the Justin Gaethje where I'm just gonna like make a bunch of car crashes. And Justin Gaethje's this like infamously the most brutal fighter.
Yeah.
By the way, Justin Gaethje would be good in BKFC. Like when I saw him in the crowd, I'm like, yeah, I'd be fine with that.
So some fighters just suit it so well. Like Mike Perry.
But still, just like give them.
I don't think there's a fighter more suited to a promotion than Mike Perry is to be.
But dude, like this is my thing. I like the clinching. I like the 2 minute rounds, or I think it's 2 minutes, right? 2 minute rounds. I like the clinching. I like the 2 minute rounds. I like the basically old guy fights that they're putting on. Just put on gloves. That's literally all I'm asking. Like
But why? Like the whole branding of the sport is.
I want to see actual boxing. You can't really box like that. You're just like kind of scraping each other with your knuckles. It just changes the
hate
sport so
boxing.
much.
You fucking hate boxing.
I know.
Every time you watch
I hate
boxing,
it.
you hate it.
But also like the people in boxing fucking suck too. I think I hate
No, no, no,
boxing a
I
lot
actually, I
because of the
actually feel
people.
like you on both things. Like I hate the 2 minute rounds as well. I think
I
it's
think they
stupid.
should be 1 minute.
Seriously, bro, it's gonna. They're only gonna get into it before they stop.
No, I don't. I guess. Okay, this is what I'll say. Make it 3 minutes and reduce
Yeah.
it to like 3 rounds. I don't want five. I don't like the 5 rounds. It's too much. It's too many rounds. 5 rounds for every fight. You have to keep that mental score in your head. Dude, that's too much mental math.
Why do you like the short rounds? I like the short
Because,
rounds.
dude, it's an avenue. It's a vector to insert drama into your television screen. I want the fights to last as less as possible, like as least amount of time as possible.
You know what's interesting about fighting? You know how, like, I feel like the worst part of a burger is the actual burger, like the meat. You know?
The meat, I mean,
Yeah,
it depends on what kind of burger you're eating.
like a fucking a burger, like a beef fucking burger.
I mean, maybe. So what's your
Not
point? You're saying that the
maybe similar. The worst part about the fight game, is watching the fights for most people. I believe.
test 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 test.
That's why fans complain so much about cards.
I don't know, man. Like, where are you seeing these complaints?
I mean,
Reddit?
Reddit.
Reddit?
Yeah, Reddit.
Because when I think of an MMA fan, I think of like dumbasses. I
It's
see
the thing is,
people.
here's my reasoning. Like, I think fans like the build up to fights. They like the drama. They like a storyline. They like the story of one's career, like the thrill of victory versus the agony of losing. But watching the fight is like, it's so hard to satisfy people.
Jamal Hill in Chaos Williams' corner. Dude, Bedoya shouldn't be like surprised he lost that fight.
No.
I thought he won the third round and lost the first two. Anyway, what were you saying? The payoffs aren't satisfying. I think this. I think you're right. The fans love the drama. I would say the most popular MMA YouTube videos are those ones where it's like clickbaity type shit, where it's like Conor McGregor blasts Brett Okamoto on Twitter, and then you like click it, and it's like three different or like five different things, and they all have timestamps, and it's like just like
Oh,
click.
you watch MMA on Point? Is
No,
that
it's
what
not
it is?
MMA on point. It's I don't know
I
what it
think
is.
that's something else.
I watched a few of them when I was first getting into the sport because they just like take viral moments throughout the week and they just like throw it
Yeah.
into a video. Those are the most popular MMA videos, I'd say, because the majority of MMA fans are in that casual space. They're not going to
Yeah,
sit through a 40
clickbait's
minute
always gonna be effective on the internet, though.
they're not going to sit through like a 40-minute Ariel Helwani interview.
Yeah.
Um
Clickbait.
but anyway, the other portion of MMA fans I would say are like ones that just have their favorite fighter and then will just like support them no matter what. And those are like the worst ones. Those are like the sycophants. The ones that you see in the YouTube comments are like, "Keep it up, Aljamain. You're doing great. I love you. I wanna, I wanna make myself available for you." It's just like dumb shit like that, where it's like nothing substantial at all. It's just empty, vacuous
Yeah. No, I know what you mean for
praise
sure.
for the sake of praise.
Yeah.
I mean, it's hard to get. And then you're right, there are just like trolls that will. I would say those are like more hardcore than the sycophants or the casuals that just watch those clickbait
Yeah. No,
videos.
you have to be pretty hardcore to be a troll. That's true.
But there are trolls that will just shit on people, and I mean, it's definitely hard to get like criticism that you can trust. I guess.
The Chooks is meeting a kid with cancer.
Who is that?
The Chooks and what's the other guy's name? Randy Brown.
Oh, that's Chook. That's Chook.
Yeah. It's Chooky.
Dude, she looks so weird when she's not like bone skinny.
She looks normal. I guess.
I know, she looked kind of normal wearing like a sweatshirt.
Yeah.
Like I'm not used to seeing her without just like having her bony frame Like from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, just like in your face. Watson.
The Chooks kind of looks like the woman from It's Always Sunny. in
Yeah, I know.
Philadelphia.
She does.
Whatever her name is.
She's a good player. Caitlin Olsen. All right, well, that fight was kind of boring.
Oh, it's funny how that was the first fight, or that it wasn't the first fight. It was the second fight that didn't end in the finish.
I know. I thought it would.
Yeah.
All right, Kennedy and Zechuku
I
versus
really
Devin
don't care
Clark.
about this fight at all.
I think Kennedy's gonna win.
It might be a good broken and delirious fight.
Dude, Devin Clark is just not good. He like barely scraped together a win over Da Un Jung, even though he was the underdog in that situation. Oh yeah, and he beat William Knight.
Oh yeah, that's a decent win, honestly.
William Knight just got cut out of the UFC.
It takes some amount of difficulty to beat a crazy jacked up roided out dude. Okay.
Yeah, that's fair.
It takes some.
Oh yeah, Kennedy and Zechuku knocked out Ion Kutalaba.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, me too.
If I ever even knew.
That was surprising. Surprisement. All right, let's see what's going on Twitter. We need to do a segment where we just like scroll through Twitter and shit on people. That actually sounds kind of
You
fun.
talked to Eric recently, dude? I haven't talked to Eric in so long.
No, I haven't. Not in like a week and a half. Johnny Munoz just said fans need to get educated on grappling. I'm going to invite him on and be like, why did he say that? Fans need to get educated on grappling. Hashtag UFC
I would actually
288.
argue that the fans are like quite educated on grappling. Even like you can hear the crowd.
He tweeted that 50 minutes ago.
I would argue that they're like more educated than you can reasonably expect people to be.
I'm going to say, hey, Johnny, are you watching the fights tonight? You should join our live stream.
Alright, don't come across as too thirsty.
Dude, it's fine. Johnny Munoz needs a little bit of love anyway. His last tweet had 3 likes and 1 comment underneath it. Adriano Moraes just tweeted, congratulations to the champ at Mighty Mouse. I just want to say thanks for everyone who support me in this journey. Thank you very much. Much love and respect. I will never give up.
Wow, spoiled it.
Oh yeah. Wait, did Johnson retire?
Which Johnson? Michael Johnson?
Demetrius Johnson.
Did he? He said he might.
I don't know. I guess I didn't watch it. Charles Du Bronx Oliveira just tweeted out damn 5 minutes ago. Can you do polls on Twitter?
Never done. What?
Can you do polls on Twitter?
You do polls on Twitter, yeah.
Oh.
Elon Musk posts polls on the posts polls all the time.
Oh yeah, you're right. Okay, dude, let's actually talk about this main event. It's kind of interesting. I was listening to Dan Hardy and Veronica Macedo Hardy talk about these fights. First of all, everyone is shitting on Bilal. They're like, I think Bilal's striking. People are like saying that Bilal's striking is worse than Gilbert Burns' striking. And they're saying that Gilbert Burns outstruck Masvidal, and that's why.
It's actually retarded because I've never even seen Gilbert throw a good jab.
Yeah, no, he doesn't throw. He only throws looping punches. He's like a child. That's how a child fights.
I know.
That's what he was hitting Masvidal with. That's how he outstruck Masvidal.
Bad.
I
I mean, he's fast. I will say his looping punches are fast, but
they're fast,
I don't
but
think they're
also
faster.
Masvidal
Yeah,
should
they're
have been able to.
Nice little jab, boom, boom.
I feel like Masvidal if that was Masvidal 3 years ago, he would have been fast enough to avoid those.
Oh, easily. Dude, Masvidal got like he was also gassed that round,
But
that
he was
a
getting
good
hit with
fight.
those at the beginning of, or at the end of the first round.
Really?
Yeah, he got, because I thought Masvidal was winning the first round until Gilbert
He
landed
kinda
like
gassed
two,
at the end of the
three.
first round.
Okay, okay, dude. I mean, then Masvidal just it's a.
Dude, Masvidal just he actually did a great. That was a great retirement. He fought.
It was a
He
good
looked
retirement.
shit. He recognized like yeah those shots. He was actually really self-aware. He was like yeah these shots wouldn't have hit me in my when I was a good fighter.
Yeah,
And then he retired. Great. Perfect.
dude.
Self-awareness.
Weirdest dude. Devin Clark. I've liked this guy. His dad's in his corner. That's kind of funny. He got his teeth busted out of his face by Ian Kutalaba, but he decided to keep fighting. He got triangled by Anthony Smith, which is kind of embarrassing. But then he beats Jung Duong or Jung Da-un. It's like Jung Da-un. He beats him. That was pretty good. Then I hear such a fucking weird. I think it was in the weigh-in show. They're like, Devin Clark's wife promised him a puppy if he won against Chung Da-un. And so he got the reward of a puppy because he won. And they're like, I wonder what his wife's reward for him is going to be this time.
Dan Hardy was talking about how like his dad's always the guy who's yelling like the loudest.
Oh, yeah.
His dad's always screaming in the corner. Damn, she's pretty hot. What's her name? Anyway.
Dude, she's a ring girl. She's out of your league. Actually, I think she was on Ariel's
she's
show.
out of my league. I just want to know her name. Jeez.
Don't they say it? Didn't John Anik say it? Who's on commentary tonight anyway?
I just like to have a general idea of who the ring girls are, man. You can't blame me.
Dude, Kennedy and Zechuku's really big.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, I thought he was.
Devin Clark's thick.
Devin Clark is. Dude, Devin Clark's frame is kind of small, but his legs are kind of crazy. Like,
I just don't think his wrestling's gonna work against Kennedy. Anyway, but dude, isn't that just funny? It's like, my wife promised me a puppy if I won.
It always is so bad though, because if you lose and then you like, not only did you lose, you don't get the puppy. You know, it just makes losses hurt more. I feel like.
Yeah, that's true. And if your wife's like, if your wife is weighing familial decisions on your performances.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, dude, what? Chris Curtis is so unhinged, man. What is he saying?
He got to the hips. He got to the hips. Let's see what happens. Oh, fence grab. It's okay. And Jetku gets back. Dude, he's got those long ass legs, bro. Holy shit. His legs go up to Devin Clark's chest.
Like, I know. That's crazy. Kennedy's like just good, man. He's got Safe Sayud in his corner. I mean, this wrestling seems to be fairly ineffective from the Clark.
I mean, he did get a brief takedown when he was able to lock his arms around Jetku's hips.
Yeah.
And Jetku needs to straighten out his shorts.
What is that called anyway? Just like body lock takedown?
What?
When you just wrap your arms around their hips?
Dude, can Jetku like fix his shorts?
I know, it's kind of like just weird.
Pissing me off, dude.
I noticed that too. I'm like, what is going on with them?
The ref should just go and like, fix his shorts.
I think that's within the ref's right. Stop! Breaks him up. Alright, go! Anyway, dude, looks like Kennedy's winning this fight. But
He's just so much bigger.
yeah, he's bigger. I know, people say it's hard to wrestle a short guy. I think it's also hard to wrestle a tall guy. Like,
I feel like
when
once you get to this position where you're just leaning on a shorter guy, the height really starts being an advantage.
it's also just hard to jump on a tall guy's back. Like Robert Whitaker struggled against Izzy. Yeah, Mokaya is struggling against that one tall flyweight. Anyway, this is kind of interesting. It's like Kennedy's wrestling Devin Clark. I mean, Looks like a good strategy.
Kennedy wrestling Devin.
Kick him in the body, Kennedy. Kick him right in that body. You might catch
Get
it.
away from the cage, Devin.
Nah, dude.
Dude,
Devin likes the
Clark,
cage.
This is also like Dan Hardy was saying.
Holy shit! He
Devin
just
Clark never looks like he wants to be in there.
he just rocked Kennedy with a big punch.
Yeah, you're right.
Come on, Devin. Go for a takedown, my man. You have him hurt. Go for a takedown, Devin. Okay.
I think he's doing fine. I think he's doing well.
But Kennedy's defending.
He's landing like 20% of his shots.
But he landed a ton to the guard of Kennedy. And dude, remember, Kennedy knocked out Carlos Ulberg, right? Or is it Carlton? He knocked out Carlos Ulberg after seemingly getting hurt. Like, that guy has good recoverability. I think Devin... Dude, what the fuck is going on in this fight? I don't know what time you're at. But
oh my god, dude.
I told you, he should have gone for a takedown. If you're a wrestler and you... Dude, if you're a wrestler and you hurt your opponent, take them down.
Dude, I actually don't think he even could. He's probably too shitty. And also, dude, you know what? This is the thing. Like, when fighters don't want to be in there, they like are more likely to go for a finish.
Yeah, you're right. Holy shit, dude. Kennedy's kind of fucking him up here.
He's absolutely fucking him up.
Oh, that knee to the body hurt. Also, these elbows are like... These elbows are good. Alright, round just ended for me.
And he just looks like his big brother in that. He looks like a foot taller than that guy.
Yeah.
He's in the same weight class.
Dude, I remember when Devin Clark was ranked and Anthony Smith fought him. It's like... Falling on hard times, my brother. I like Devin Clark. He seems...
Has like 50% of his body weight in his quads. Dude.
Seriously.
He looks so small for the division. If Anthony Smith looks like equal/big compared to you, you know you're fucked, man.
Dude, Johnny Munoz is fucking crazy. He tweeted out yesterday, I'm gonna go check up on the boys cutting weight downstairs. These guys looking small. Why are you tweeting that? Just do it.
He's depressed.
He's not getting any engagement with his tweets either.
He wants engagement. That's why he's doing it. Because he's depressed.
Dude, worst fucking prediction I've heard on this, like, all of fight week, Veronica Macedo Hardy, saying that Aljamain's gonna gas out Cejudo.
It's possible.
Dude, are you kidding me? Aljo gassed out by himself against Jan.
Nah, dude. It's possible only if Aljo gets good positions.
Also not possible.
Really true.
What good positions would he use to gas out Cejudo?
Like, even back control.
Back control, I don't think so, man. He didn't gas out Jan. He didn't really do anything to Jan when he had Jan's back.
Really good cardio, dude.
He conserves his cardio well. He didn't need... Aljo never had Jan in trouble when he had his back. And so Jan never, like, felt the need to fight out of it.
He actually landed some good shots from Jan's back.
Okay, he landed, like, okay shots. He never had him in trouble or close to finishing the fight. Honestly, dude, Jan could have won that fight. Like, another horrible...
I think sometimes we have to sometimes we have to evaluate the performance and not the result. Alright? That's all I'm saying. Like, Aljo landed really good shots from Jan's back. They hurt, okay? I think that it's a combination of Piotr Jan being calm, not gassing out from that position and like just expending too much energy, having a good gas tank to begin with, and just being hard to finish.
Okay.
Like,
I'm not evaluating... Wait, what do you mean? I'm not evaluating the result. I was evaluating the performance.
No, because you're saying...
If I was evaluating the result, I'd say Aljo took his back and he won because of it.
Just because Aljo didn't get Jan close to a finish, doesn't mean what he was doing wasn't effective or would get most people close to a finish.
Yeah, of course. Of course not.
Okay, so I think I'm saying, like, what Aljo was doing in the second fight against Jan was effective and would get a lot of fighters somewhat close to a finish.
It was effective for winning the round. The question is, could it be more effective? And I'm saying, like, of course,
More effective, but
yes.
Also, that would take more risk, right? It's about the risk-reward ratio.
He doesn't. I don't think back position is a place where you get. Also, he just choked him out here.
Nice, got it locked in. Got the
High elbow
What is it,
guillotine. This is a nice guillotine.
Is this a guillotine?
Yeah. It's a ninja choke, basically. High elbow guillotine. That was sweet. Yeah, Kennedy and Zechiku just fucked him up from pillar to post. Dude, this is the way I look at Aljamain.
Also, dude, those chokes are so much easier when you're taller.
And when you have long-ass arms.
Right into your elbow.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Dude, I love fucking darsing people. When they go for takedowns on me, it's just like, scoop, da whoop, da whoop. It's like, lock it in. If you have long arms, it's nice. I mean, I obviously am not as tall or as long as Kennedy, but that's sick.
Kennedy's literally built like a fucking stool, dude. He's got the long limbs and like tall, dude.
I know. That, like, dude, that was just a beautiful performance from him.
Dude,
Easy
Kennedy's
money.
Really, like, improved so much since the Carlos Albert fight. Like every fight, he's like, okay, this guy is in the
Yeah.
gym every day.
He just has such good attributes, too. Like, physical attributes. Good chin, power, not to mention his frame. His cardio is also really good.
Perfectly sized for light heavyweight.
Also,
And, you
dude,
know, I think so many light heavyweights have the problem of like being too big for middleweight but too small for light heavyweight.
yeah, that's a good point.
I'm just so big, like Kennedy.
Devin Clark is... Devin Clark falls into that camp for sure.
Yeah, Devin Clark, Anthony Smith.
The other thing we need to give him credit for is the guy does not get panicked at all. Carlos Solberg never got panicked. I mean, he had some BJJ guy on his back for like 7 minutes. He had him hanging on his back, never got panicked, was defensive the entire time. Here he got hurt bad. Just like actually great defense. And then as soon as he saw like a little break in the action and he had recovered enough, he started pouring it on Devin Clark. And I would say he even won that round, even after getting hurt.
Like, I don't recommend getting hurt so much early in your career, but I feel like it's helped him out in staying calm. And
Well,
not going
I'm not going that far. I'm just saying like he's proven that he has the ability to stay calm while being hurt.
I feel like the early fights helped him in that regard. Like, he just been in bad
Yeah.
positions.
I mean, it also just...
when the-
It probably does help, but like I think that's also something that you just naturally have to have.
Enough.
But anyway, the way I look at Cejudo versus Aljo, or the way let me just preface this by saying like Luke Thomas, I was listening to their prediction show. He was like going off on how good of a performance Aljamain versus Jan 2 was for Aljamain. Because it's like, Aljo found his identity as a fighter in that performance, and he cemented pathways to win, to get like, to find dominant positions and then use those positions. I'm like, dude, are you forgetting that he got destroyed in rounds 4 and 5, and in round 1, it was literally a coin toss? Like, he literally won that fight because he took the back in round 2, took the back in round 3.
I'm saying.
What?
Round 2 is also a coin toss, just saying.
Okay, possibly,
People
but...
disagree with me, but...
what was the last time you watched that fight, dude?
It's been a while now.
But... I think it's bullshit. I think that, like, it's literally the same performance as in their first fight. He's the same fighter. And I don't like saying that one person's the same fighter, but he didn't show me anything in the rematch that I didn't see in the first fight.
Except that he actually got takedowns. Like, I think that's a big deal.
He didn't get takedowns. He took Jan's back when he caught Jan's kicks, and then Jan turned his back to him to pull his leg out. No, he literally got no takedowns, dude. Like, he went for takedowns and they all got stuffed. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's true. Unless he got a takedown in round 3 and then unless he got a takedown in round 4 and Jan got up out of it, Let's just take a look. Jan versus Aljo 2 stats. What is this?
I'm gonna look at highlights, I guess.
Like, dude, he went for takedowns in that fight, and they were horrible.
Apparently, a lot of people were saying robbery for that fight too.
For fight 2? Yeah, Aljamain Sterling credited with 2 out of 22 takedowns.
I feel like Ferdinand's been super unlucky. Like, I feel like he had a good argument for winning against Aljo, a good
what
argument
fight
for
is
winning
this?
against Sean O'Malley.
Yeah, dude. Wait a second, hold on.
This is like
Okay, so round 1, he got 0 takedowns. Round 2, he got 1 takedown. Round 3, he got 1 takedown. I guess they're saying that taking the back, they're counting that as a takedown.
Yeah, but that's why the stats are like, I don't really care about, yeah, because they're just going to say, like, because once they took the back and it hit the ground, they're going to count it as a takedown anyway.
Right.
I'm interested in an actual takedown. That's why I'm trying to...
No, but then listen to this. So he's credited with 2 takedowns, right? That was the takedown that he got in round 2. Like, I'm looking at it round by round. I don't know if you want me to link this page to you. But he's credited with 2 takedowns. That's 1 takedown in round 2, 1 takedown in round 3. You want to know how many takedowns he went for throughout the entire fight? 22. He was 2 and 22.
That's not necessarily... Some fighters have a style where they just spam.
Even if he spams takedowns?
Going for, like, volume.
I know, but, like, people like to say that... Like, I know that you can say it's like the Marab thing where he's just, like, going for a failed takedown and coming up with punches. But what people usually do is they say that he's going for chain wrestling, right? So, like, even if the first takedown fails, he'll get it on, like, the 3rd or the 4th. That's not what Aljamain does.
It's still a different...
I know.
Yeah.
But that's not what Aljamain does. In this fight, you can clearly see him going for takedowns, them getting stuffed. He stays on his hands and knees. Remember how he won the belt, right? He went for a takedown, it got stuffed. He was on his hands and knees. Jan kneed him in the head. That happened multiple times this fight, where he just stood on his hands and knees. Jan just didn't knee him in the head.
Dude, what's a good punish for, like, kneeling in front of your opponent and hugging their leg?
You knee them in the shoulder, basically.
Knee them in the shoulder?
Yeah. Cejudo did that against DJ.
Is that good? Does that work well?
I mean, it hurts. The thing is, like, if you basically have a snap down, right, and they're on their hands and knees, you're holding them there. You can't... Kneeing them in the head would be the best, but you don't want to use your arms to punch them because you give out control, so knee them in the shoulder. Like, it's not the best target damage-wise, but, like, the ratio of control to damage is still probably the highest you can do.
I mean, you could also knee them in the sternum. Maybe.
But I don't see how if their sternums, like, if they're on their hands and knees, right?
Yeah. Because it's, like, they're facing down.
Their sternum would be facing down. Just, like, knee them in the, basically, right in the neck.
I feel like that...
It's just points. You're getting points. You're winning that position.
I just feel like the punishment for that position isn't high enough.
I mean...
Like, given how bad that position is in
I know. The only real punishment you can do, I guess, is go for a front choke. You give up position, or try to spin around and go for a back take, right?
Also...
But that relies on you being a better wrestler than them. So it doesn't punish wrestlers doing that on strikers.
Right. Exactly.
Dude, literally in that fight, it was so funny. Aljo goes, because I didn't watch it all, but I was skipping around to see, like, what happened in the rounds, right? In round 4, I'm like, okay, what happens in round 4? Aljo goes for a takedown, stuffed by Jan. Aljo's literally on his hands and knees and, like, scooting backwards. Like, he's kind of doing the Oliveira against Chandler, you know, where Oliveira's, like, trying to duck. But Aljo's just, like, crawling backwards away from Jan while Jan's, like, posting on him. It is so cringy. Like, fair enough, you're just playing to your strengths, kind of, as a wrestler with bad cardio. But people that are like, oh, he trains with Merab, he has good cardio. He doesn't have good cardio. He gasses out. Like, people want to say that Islam took Volkanovski's back.
I think his cardio, like, I think he gassed. He did gas in the second fight. He gassed much worse the first fight.
I don't know if that's true. I really don't know if that's true. And even if it is true, like, I wouldn't say that's because his cardio was better. I think he just used it better. He hung on to Jan's back.
That's fine.
I don't know how much control time he had. They don't, funnily enough, on UFC stats, they don't have an actual control time stat. Which just to further is a further indicator to me that control time's a fucking bullshit stat.
I mean, yeah.
But dude, I like he held on to Jan's back for like a good 3 minutes in rounds 2 and 3. That's like 6 minutes of resting, and he still gassed out in the fight. Like, I don't think his cardio was any better. He just was able. It might have looked better because he had 6 minutes of resting.
My opinion is simply that, like, we reward back control for just holding back control way too much in the sport. Like, I don't even think it's necessarily that dominant of a position.
Okay, like, that's fine. I don't. That's a totally different conversation than what we're having when we're trying to.
I'm saying it's the reason why fighters are able to rest in that position so well, because they just like, it's just a presumption that the more time I have in this position, and like.
But that's all of wrestling. It's not specifically back control.
But back control is like the I guess like points per minute. You know.
People win rounds by just sitting in their opponent's guard.
I mean, that's also bullshit. It's all bullshit. That's what I'm saying.
Like, I would say on its. The thing is, in. What I would say to that in that conversation is, I agree. In theory, you shouldn't win simply from having a better position than your opponent. But the thing is that in practicality, because of that position, you're like usually doing more stuff.
Okay, then grade the stuff. Oh, it is, right?
Well, I mean, that's not how judging gets scored. Judging is vibes based.
Yeah.
Judging is vibes based, dude.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, I agree. I agree. If we're gonna be doing like YouTube breakdowns of like strike by strike, then grade the stuff in that case. It's just we're just human, man. What do you want? I'm only human. I can't judge. Dude, actually, like, how would you feel about this? Basically sumo wrestling, but for striking. And instead of, like, pushing people out of the cage, it's just whoever stays within the centermost part of the cage for the majority of the time wins the fight. That'd be really interesting, wouldn't it?
Just like phone booth boxing.
If it goes to decision, then you just see. I feel like that'd be a better indicator or like a better metric than what the judges do. I don't even know how judges judge striking.
But yeah, I like it when I do like a style where fighters use like skirt around the cage and use footwork to like.
I know.
Trap.
Yeah, I mean it'd be a different sport.
It'd be a different sport.
But yeah, you're right. I do like that. Anyway, man, all I'm trying to say is like.
What are you trying to say?
Aljamain lost to Jan. Aljamain beat Jan a second time. I'm not going to say he looked better.
He beat him twice.
No, true. He beat him twice, but he kind of looked like shit in both fights. Like, both fights...
He did, yeah.
And then he just beat Dillashaw next? Like, that's it?
Yeah.
Who had one arm. It's just like I think people are like way overhyped on Aljamain.
It's because, dude, I'm telling you, people just like whoever's winning at the time. That's all it is.
And before that, it was
Also,
Sandhagen.
the host of TV Dillashaw, and it's like, oh my god.
I mean, you're right. I think Cejudo's gonna come back and just wreck him. I really do.
The thing is, I want that to happen. Cejudo's been out for so long. He's so much shorter.
Okay, yeah.
And,
That's
36,
true.
No one over 35.
Okay, dude, height. Dude, don't give me that fucking bullshit stat. That's so dumb. It's like, so no one over 35 has won the belt except for Tyron Woodley twice. Okay, so
I just feel
it's like, we're saying that for Masvidal, dude. It's like Masvidal versus Usman are like the guys that are.
like, what are we talking? Yeah, no, I just.
Okay, I do actually kind of want to listen to Drew Dober's walkout. I just think it's like Cejudo's striking is level. Like Cejudo has outstruck. Oh, Corey Sandhagen's in the crowd. It looks like. You can just see his face popping up, but Cejudo's outstruck the best strikers at bantamweight. It's like maybe not Petr Yan, but Dominic Cruz, Marlon Moraes, T.J. Dillashaw. I guess he'd never fought Cody Garbrandt, but those three guys, Marlon Moraes was on like something like a 15 fight win streak when he fought Cejudo. Like that's the level that he was at. Obviously now he's kind of a joke. I just like Cejudo's outstruck the best strikers. Aljamain has floppy kicks. And let me ask you this, man. Do you see Aljamain Sterling taking Cejudo's back in this fight?
Fuck, who do you think is gonna win this fight? Tell me. Like, I don't know. Fuck it, I don't know. That's the question, right?
Yeah, I mean, if the fight boils down to Aljamain needs to take his back to win, then is it really a debate on who we're favoring?
Like, Aljo's all he's done to win fights against an actual opponent, not a guy without an arm, is take their back.
Dude, he took Dillashaw's back too. He couldn't outstrike a one-armed man. Well, maybe he could have. He just didn't want to.
Right. Probably could. And so it's like, okay, so his tool is to just take people's back.
Or get DQ'd.
Like, what are we talking
It's
about
like
here?
Sandhagen took his back. Petr Yan
I haven't seen
took his back.
His striking is legitimately really bad. His distance is really bad.
Dude, I thought you were going to say fine. Like, his striking is legitimately really bad.
Yeah, it's really bad. It's crazy for a champion how bad his striking is.
I mean, it's kind of like Merab striking, right? Except he doesn't have the same cardio or output of takedowns to supplement it.
Yeah, exactly. So, I don't see how else he wins except taking Cejudo's back. Like, even if he takes him down, Cejudo can scramble well. Presumably, like, once again, this is, you know...
He's not taking him down.
Olympic gold, but also he's old.
By the
That's
way...
only problem with Cejudo, he's old.
By the way, in the weigh-in show, or not in the weigh-in show, but something. So remember how we were having the discrepancy of like 93% takedown defense to 100% takedown defense? Apparently, the one takedown that was gotten against Cejudo was by Demetrius Johnson in their rematch, and there was just like straight up not a takedown in that round.
What, like,
But, like,
not
this-
even a questionable one?
I guess. I would need to rewatch that fight, but people, like, Cejudo says he's never been taken down, and then people that watched the fight and studied it said that he's never been taken down either.
Oh, no,
So-
that's weird.
So, like, analysts versus stats, I'd go with the analysts here.
Alright, this fight should be good.
Yeah, this fight should be funny. I hope Drew Dober wins because he's bringing home a prelim card parlay for me. I had Kennedy, Chaos, Williams, and Dober.
I kind of want to put some money on Bilal.
Yeah. Are we... I don't know. Like, having a swollen ankle is kind of rough, but it's also one of those injuries that people can just fight through. Like, Bisping didn't have an eye when he fought Rockhold. People fight with broken hands and shit all the time.
Honestly, I would say an ankle is more important than an eye.
I, possibly. I don't know. It's close. I guess it's close. But like you can still use it. I actually was kind of curious to go on Twitter to see what if anyone's commented on it. I'm sure Bilal's a sizable underdog now. At least like plus money. Anyway, Dober's getting cracked with some big hands here.
And crackled.
He's getting crack-a-lackled. I'm rooting for that. I'm counting on that Lego chin to get me home, though.
He also does well when he pressures his one.
That Lego man chin. Fucking...
Yeah, I listened to Drew Dober's Ariel Helwani interview, and I kind of hate him now. It sounded so weird.
Yeah, his one from this week. Like his pre-fight one, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
It was weird.
I listened to it, but I don't remember anything of it.
Meat's just meant to be eaten.
Oh, yeah, that was weird. That was really weird.
Like, I hate people who make eating meat part of their mess.
Well, dude, he's like, we're carnivores, and then he's talking about how he worked in a fucking bakery. I'm
no,
like,
he's not actually he said he's not actually like a carnivore diet guy, but he eats a lot of meat.
no, but he said humans are carnivores. I'm like, you just don't know what carnivore
yeah,
means.
He sounded weird though. He would just like talked weird. Kind of like hated the vibe I got from him.
That, like, the meat thing was a little... Because, like, Ariel always...
I really fucking think that people who make eating meat like part of their masculinity and stuff are dumb.
Well, dude, Ariel leans into it, right? Because he's like, I like my steak well done, like a child. How do you feel about that? It's like basically baiting guys into saying, like, oh, you're a pussy or something like that. But, like, Drew Dober did take it in a weird spot. He's like, what did he say? Like, we're going to hate each other or something? He said something like...
He said, I'm fine with... I'm saying, he's like, meat is
oh, yeah.
Eat however you want. I just don't like...
vegetarians. It's like, what? That was random.
Why did that even come up? Whatever.
Yeah, it's like Ariel's basically offering, like, himself for you to shit on. And you're just like, nope! I just hate I just hate other people. And, like, you literally work in a bakery. Or you worked in one. It's just funny. Dude, Dober is just... I don't know, like...
Holy shit.
No, I know, like... I think Dober's gonna win this fight still, but... It's just, like... People that are thinking Dober's a legit train to jump on are delusional.
Kind of a known quantity at this point. It's not even like a hype train thing.
I mean, he fought Brad Riddell. Got cleaned up by him. Even though it's close. It just looks like Frivola's better defense.
Much better.
What? Dober's like holding his hands just below his chin. He's like, I need to guard where my beard possibly would be.
Oh, did you see that? That was such a clean shot.
I know. Lego man chin! Plastic guardman! No!
Is he gonna finish the Lego man?
The Lego man!
Lego man.
Oh well. Drew Dober's getting fucked up that fight. Like, honestly, man.
Holy fuck. That was amazing, dude. I fucking love that. That was such a sweet knockout. He pulled away, boom! Just fucked him, man, right in the face.
I know.
I love it when people use their momentum from when they're getting back to their stance to land a shot.
Like pull counter.
Efficient.
You know what I love? The doctors come in and they always check with the winner first. Like it's uncanny.
Is that true? They always go with the winner first?
Yeah. Seriously, they always go like they're like, "Oh, you just got knocked out? Let me go to the guy who knocked you out, see if his fists are okay."
Drew Dober is like protesting as he's wobbling around. So satisfying to watch.
Dude, all right, here we go. Here's the replay.
All right.
Oh, baby. Give me more of that money.
Boom! Oh god, that was so satisfying.
Fravola.
Fravoli.
I mean, Frivola, dude, Frivola's defense was pretty good there.
It was great, dude. I think he barely got hit with anything that fight.
I mean, I'd be down to see more Frivola. Dude, look at Dober's face. Why?
So funny when he's like protesting as blood is squirting out of his eyes.
I know.
Rolling around.
I mean, this is kind of how I thought the fight would go. I honestly thought Frivola's defense would be worse. Like, I thought Dobro would land more. I mean, dude, people can't be surprised by this outcome. It's like, did anyone see the Bobby Green fight?
I thought it was a 50-50 fight before.
Yeah.
It's surprising how dominant Favola looked, to be honest.
I know. He really, like, barely got hit. Dobro was struggling to land on him at all. Anyway, dude, main card. Main card time.
Alright, it's gonna be a bit.
Oh, yeah, like 15 minutes. Break?
Yeah, sure. I'm not gonna do anything.
Just gonna
Walk
use
around
the
for a bit.
bathroom, get a drink. Chrome Gracie versus Charles Jourdain. Who do you think wins? Holy fuck, dude. Movsar Evloev's a minus 1,000 favorite.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Minus 1,000 favorites are so funny because I don't know, I just don't think it's ever actually worth it.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think it's worth it either. Which I'm sad. Because I would have, like, hammered Evloev against Bryce Mitchell.
Yeah.
Anyway, Gracie, maybe I'll do a main card parlay. Dude, what are we feeling for Andrade versus Xiaonan? Distance? No distance? Winner? No winner?
It's gonna be. I think Andrade's just gonna win.
By the way, current odds are Gilbert Burns is minus 150 and Bilal's plus 120. Henry Cejudo at minus 121. I would imagine the odds are going to get worse on him. Do you want anything on him now?
Sure, I guess.
I don't know. You don't have to.
Are you putting anybody on?
If I win. If I win more.
Wait, tell me the odds again. Wait.
So, earlier this week, Cejudo was like a minus 115 to Aljo at like minus 105. And now Cejudo's minus 120. Aljo's even money at plus 100.
Oh damn! I saw Aljo at minus 109 at some point. No, I think it's fine.
Yeah.
I'm more likely to bet on the co-main.
Bilal's plus 120. He'll probably just like keep rising.
Yeah, I think that's about the same as it was yesterday. So I think it's kind of tapered off there. I'm like kind of down to bet on Bilal a little bit.
This is gonna be, dude. When there's, it's funny now. There's like people betting on Bilal, like GC from. I love, dude. Look at this longest active UFC streaks. It's like everyone's at 3, and then Sergey Pavlovich at 6. Like this, the second highest active knockout streak is Pavlovich.
Pavlovich is on a crazy knockout streak.
Or
That's
the,
funny.
yeah. Anyway, yep. Running, get some water. Oh, dude. Ray Longo is in Frivola's corner.
Billy Q.
Billy Q. All right, let's reconvene in 10 minutes when the main card starts.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
What? What do you want?
Dude, let's fucking watch Cejudo versus De Johnson 2.
De Johnson.
De Johnson. Actually, it is kind of De Johnson, right?
Yeah, works out. All right. Yeah, sure. Let's do it. Wait, let's watch Demetri Johnson's fight last night, dude. It's actually current.
Why?
Wait, what do you
Weasel said it was boring. I'm not trying to watch. I just say let's watch it so that it gives us a better predictor of,
It wasn't that fight like 10 years ago?
Dude, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Alright, Cejudo, or as I call him, Cejudo, versus Johnson.
Apparently Cejudo had a rough childhood, you know
I don't really give a fuck. Dude, who doesn't have a rough childhood?
Who does it? I didn't like it.
People are like, oh man, my childhood is so bad. Woe is, woe is me. Nah, it's like, I don't know. I'm not his fucking therapist or his friend. Ngannou had to work in the clay mines. He had to illegally immigrate into France. Like, so many people illegally immigrate into France, and then they also, like...
Not everyone has to, like, survive a trek through the desert and then, like, sail across the Mediterranean.
So many
Sea
people don't have millions of dollars. I just don't know why people feel bad for Ngannou. It's like, he's fine, dude. If he, literally, if he never did anything else again for the rest of his life, he'd be fine. You don't always need to make generational wealth. So, like, your, 12 grandchildren are also set up for life. In fact, that's stupid. We should have estate taxes. Like, just tax the... Jesus Christ, dude. Gilbert Burns... His face is fucking puffy as hell. But maybe that's just his regular face.
He looks like that always looks. Dude, Gilbert Burns' neck. That's what I need.
Dude, okay. Am I just being, like, biased against Gilbert Burns because of the opponents he's faced, or are, like, people enjoying Gilbert Burns for, like, not really any good reason? Like, he's a nice guy, but I wouldn't say he's, like, particularly charismatic.
I feel that he's active and in game to fight most.
Okay, I will see that he's active, and that's, like, a very good attribute to have, especially at welterweight. That makes you stand out. But, like, his fights aren't particularly fun. I don't think he's a very charismatic guy. He's like, yeah, he has kids. Big whoop. Everyone, like, that's what everyone does to get fans these days.
I don't care about him having kids. I don't feel like...
Well, people are like, he's a family man. Look at him with his family. It's like, everyone has a family for social media.
The reason I like him is simply that he's, like, game to... He doesn't duck people over and over.
That's true. Yeah, I mean, that's a good point, actually. Anyway, let's just watch this fight during the commercials. Alright. Felipe Colares died. He got killed in a motorcycle accident. Alright, when does this fight actually start? Oh, it starts immediately? Alright, ready to play it?
No, wait a minute. Okay, yeah, ready? Play. Right, it's coming out.
Yep. 3, 2, 1, play. Demetrius Johnson versus Henry.
Give me some good ideas for how to use kimchi in healthy meals.
Dude, I don't know.